have something that I want to show you that we found. It was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No,
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. You.
A man is zipped inside a suitcase. His name, Jorge Torres, weighed just 103 pounds. He begs to be let out. His words, "I can't breathe." The only response he gets is laughter. This isn't a horror movie. It's real. And the person behind the camera is the woman he trusted most, his girlfriend, Sarah Boone. For her defense, Sarah later claimed she did it because she was a battered woman. But when investigators confronted Sarah with the videos from her own phone, her reactions revealed a side of human psychology that's chilling, disturbing, and unforgettable. What really happened that night?
I don't want to watch it, please. Okay.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had 2 fingers hanging out. And you
I
went
flipped
to
him
bed.
over. I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
There's 2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe, and you saying...
So this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it...
It was flipped up.
Right. It was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image, it's upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
But not intentional, though.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
And his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing.
On February 24th, 2020, Sarah Boone called 911, reporting the death of her boyfriend, Jorge Torres Jr., according to her account. The night before, they had shared a bottle of wine and decided to play a game, a kind of hide-and-seek. At one point, she said, they thought it would be funny to put Jorge inside a suitcase. She claimed they laughed together, and then she went upstairs and accidentally fell asleep, leaving him trapped inside. But what was described as a harmless prank quickly turned fatal. Jorge Torres Jr., 42, died from asphyxiation in Winter Park, Florida, and authorities classified his death as a homicide. During the investigation, Sarah voluntarily handed over her phone. On it were 2 videos from the night before, showing her laughing while Jorge pleaded for help inside the suitcase, saying things like, "This is what you do when you strangle me, and this is what I feel when you cheat on me." Yet Sarah later claimed she didn't remember recording them. The following day, Boone, also 42, was brought in for questioning by detectives and ultimately arrested for second-degree murder. Today, we'll watch the interrogation videos, examine her reactions, and explore the unsettling truth behind that night. Welcome to Caseborne.
Showing you, I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying you,
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
What is you mean to you?
Well,
Like if I were to tell my
oh, like he
partner-
does. Like, I get called everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows
That's
at
what I
no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers. And
He'll
it
be up
looks
here any
like-
minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
Do you
He's
think
not
he's
able to get
joking? You told me he was laughing, and
We were
the
before.
video, there's no
When we
laughing.
first got in there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you recording this?
No. No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But
and
I
you're
didn't,
the only one laughing.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, 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 I can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just like he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like, I don't
Well, he's
think-
never been locked in a suitcase. That's
No.
where he couldn't get out. So
It's kind of, I thought it was
And
the
you know
boy
the oxygen
crying
is
wolf,
coming.
crying wolf kind of thing.
okay.
And again, my plan.
But nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking. He is begging. And you're the only one laughing,
Okay.
and you're the only one saying derogatory comments. Like you're mad.
No. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but, like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to, like, feed me. Like,
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
well, I know what,
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
oh,
Why don't you remember making the video?
probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't.
No. Just because I went upstairs and, just
You
because
told
you're
us-
drunk doesn't mean
told us
that
those
you,
times that you were not, you said that you had your wits about you. You said he had his wits about you.
Mhm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
Okay. I understand where you all are coming from.
Well,
I
we're
get
just
it.
trying to make sense of it. We're trying to
get it.
figure out
We're
what
trying
you're
to
saying.
figure out.
Listen closely. Jorge's voice is desperate, pleading. I can't breathe. He's trapped, panicked, and there's no apparent way out. The suitcase is sealed. His hands can't reach through. Yet Sarah laughs. She smiles, almost casually, even as the danger unfolds. Why does she laugh? Is it nervousness, disbelief, or something else entirely? In interrogation psychology, laughter can serve multiple purposes. It can be a shield against guilt, a way to distance oneself from reality. But can it also hint at a lack of empathy? The inability to truly feel the fear of someone you supposedly love? Notice how she minimizes the situation verbally. She claims it's a game, fueled by alcohol. But the video paints a different picture. A man is trapped, struggling to breathe, and she is calm enough to record it. If this were truly accidental, wouldn't there be panic, a desperate attempt to stop it, to help him? And then there's the contradiction in her words. She says, it wasn't malicious. Yet every frame of her phone shows her knowing exactly what's happening. Every chuckle, every fleeting smile. It clashes with the narrative of innocence she presents to the detectives. We have to ask ourselves, is this a case of dissociation? Did alcohol blur her judgment so completely that she didn't process the danger? Or is there something more deliberate hidden behind the laughter? A willingness to ignore suffering for amusement, even briefly? Even the investigators seem taken aback. They press on, highlighting the moments of laughter and minimization. And yet, Sarah sticks to her story. This is the tension at the core of the interrogation. The undeniable visual evidence versus the verbal claims of a harmless game. For us watching, it raises uncomfortable questions. How can someone laugh while another pleads for life? How can one rationalize filming rather than helping? Every detail, every reaction, every silence in that interrogation is a clue, a window into the psychology of someone confronted with the consequences of their actions.
this
You
video.
explain it to us. We're listening.
I just did. Like, we were playing, and then, like, I thought it was... My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to... He'll be up here any minute.
But
But
you
again-
willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase,
So why didn't you take him out?
because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think, he's asking to come out, he can't
I didn't do it
breathe.
intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
And what was
suitcase,
your plan?
waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when he did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him, maybe I shouldn't?
No.
Well, that didn't cross your mind because
That's
it didn't happen.
that's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just,
We're asking.
it's the
You
whole,
tell us.
it's the drinking. That's what it is. It's the drinking. I thought it was, like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't,
He's telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name, and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Guys, that's how we are with each other. Like, nobody understands our relationship. The whole suitcase thing never happened before.
Would you leave someone else in a suitcase? Would you leave Lucas in a suitcase jokingly? Because it was a
No.
joking matter. You put him in there jokingly. Would you leave Lucas jokingly in there? And you love Lucas, right? And you love
I wouldn't do
George.
that to him.
Sarah leans on alcohol as a shield. I don't remember. I was drinking. It's a familiar line in criminal cases. Across countless investigations, suspects have cited intoxication to explain lapses in judgment, strange decisions, or even harmful acts. Sometimes it's genuine. Sometimes it's convenient, a way to distance oneself from responsibility. But here, the claim immediately raises red flags. Can drinking erase awareness so completely that you leave someone trapped, struggling to breathe? In other cases, like the 2018 incident in Texas, where a man left his partner unattended after drinking heavily, courts have ruled that intoxication cannot excuse neglect or inaction. The pattern is clear. Alcohol might blur perception, but it rarely erases accountability entirely. Then comes the 30 minutes of silence. Half an hour passes, and instead of checking on Jorge, she goes outside and sleeps. Even if this were meant as a playful game, the inaction is alarming. 30 minutes in a sealed suitcase is an eternity. Long enough for panic to set in, long enough to recognize danger. This raises difficult questions. Was Sarah truly incapable of understanding the consequences? Or did she deliberately minimize what she was doing? Her casual explanation and reliance on alcohol suggest an attempt to downplay the seriousness of her actions, to reframe a dangerous situation as trivial. For viewers, this segment is crucial. It's one thing to make a reckless decision in the moment. It's another to leave someone pleading for help. The combination of minimization, intoxication, and inaction illustrates a tension that recurs in criminal psychology, the thin line between recklessness and intent. And for detectives, each second of silence, each rationalization, adds to the evidence that the story she tells doesn't fully align with reality. A final note for the audience: alcohol can cloud judgment, but it doesn't erase responsibility. Know your limits and think twice. Playful decisions can quickly turn dangerous.
Would you leave someone else in a suitcase? Would you leave Lucas in a suitcase jokingly? Because it was a
No.
joking matter. You put him in there jokingly. Would you leave Lucas jokingly in there? And you love Lucas, right? And you love
I wouldn't do
George.
that to him either. I wouldn't do that to him.
So, I just...
Well, it's not like, again, I don't think you all understand. Like,
I mean...
that was not my intention.
Well,
Y'all don't have any idea what
by
I've
your
done for
acts,
him.
But by your acts, and that's exactly right. You get to the point where you've done so much for somebody and they don't show
No.
you any appreciation.
He did.
Not by your words in the video, I don't get that.
He did.
Because you bring up the fact that when he's choking you, you can't breathe. That's how you felt when he cheated on you. You couldn't breathe. And you verbally, several times, told him just you.
Well, you said it in the video, but you won't let us play the rest of it 'cause you don't want to.
When I say cheating, it's on his phone.
Okay. Cheating is cheating.
I think so, too.
Exactly.
It's your definition of cheating, though, so, I mean, that's what the word cheat means.
And that's what you told him in the video. That I couldn't breathe when you cheated on me.
No.
That's how I felt when he said, Sarah, I can't breathe. And you told
I know what you... This is...
What would you say if somebody told you that they had done this?
Done what?
Zipped somebody in a suitcase and went up and went to bed.
Do you all not think... So you all think that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you guys are trying to assume? Or trying to, like...
We're just... The video is very portraying of the opposite of what you told us.
No.
It does not... It is not leading up... It is not matching what statement you gave us in the car.
So...
And that's why we want to know...
And I don't remember doing those.
The injuries are not consistent with what you've told us. So we have a lot of inconsistencies, and this video explains itself. It really, truly does.
You don't think that I have thought about that?
Thought about the video, or thought about...
But no, again, if you don't mind, please. So you all are assuming that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you all are
Here's where
assuming?
I really want you to pay attention to the psychology at play, and why the detective's approach is so effective. They're not just presenting evidence. They're carefully leading Sarah to confront the contradictions in her own reasoning by asking about Lucas, someone she clearly cares about. They are forcing her to consider a scenario that hits close to her moral instincts. Psychologically, this is clever. It mirrors her behavior with Jorge against someone she loves, exposing the mental dissonance. She says she wouldn't do it to Lucas, but if that's true, why did she do it to Jorge? Even if you weren't trained in psychology, you can feel the tension here. Her mind has to reconcile what she claims with what she actually did. As I watch this, I notice the subtle cracks, hesitation, slight shifts in tone, a fleeting pause. These are the signs of cognitive conflict, the internal struggle between minimizing her actions and the undeniable reality of her choices. It's a window into how people rationalize behavior they know is wrong. And for you watching, this is fascinating. It shows how skilled investigators use psychological insight, not just facts, to uncover truth. They create a scenario where the suspect can see, or at least feel, the absurdity of their own story. Sarah's attempt to justify her actions starts to crumble, and in real time, you can observe the tension between denial, minimization, and the moral instinct that the detectives are tapping into. So here's the question I want you to think about as you watch. If you were trying to protect someone you love, would any excuse, alcohol, games, forgetfulness, ever justify leaving them in danger? And how does seeing Sarah navigate this moral mirror help you understand the psychological forces at work during interrogations? That's the insight the detectives are revealing, piece by piece, right in front of us.
Are assuming that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you all are assuming?
Well, it's not an assumption when that's what you told us that happened.
That's what happened.
And the video,
Yeah.
I mean...
But I'm not going to say...
You thought he could get out on his
yes.
own. But the video shows that he cannot get out on his own.
But when I unzipped it with one finger.
From the outside.
But it had the hole in it.
And you're claiming that it had a paperclip, so that's what assisted you in doing it.
No.
Is what you told us.
When I had my sweatshirt, I said I thought it had a paperclip on it. It's got...
But the zipper part is broken.
Yes, which is why we were going to zip it.
Yeah.
I just...
You were able to unzip it from the outside very easily, because that's the way they're designed.
But you could on the inside, too. I don't know how...
Well, why wouldn't he have gotten himself out if he could?
I don't know. I don't know if he saw, where the hole was. I don't know.
I didn't see a hole.
No
I
one
didn't
sees
see
the
no
hole.
fingers
You're the
sticking
only
out.
one that's what I'm saying. Like, he's in one position, and where his head would be, we should be able to see fingers. And then when it's flipped over onto this right side, Again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers, and we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up, trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True
everything?
and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've
you
said
told
today,
us.
everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
That's
Because
how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we've talked about is,
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
it's not a trick question,
To the best of my knowledge?
to the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Now, let me tell you how this all ended. After multiple delays, first because of the COVID-19 pandemic, then because of Hurricane Milton, the trial finally began on October 14th, 2024. A 6-person jury with 8 alternates was sworn in, ready to hear every detail of the case. On October 18th, Assistant Prosecutor William J. started his opening statement, laying out the prosecution's version of what happened that night. The defense argued that Sarah Boone suffered from battered woman syndrome, painting her as someone trapped in a troubled relationship, reacting under pressure and past trauma. But the prosecution presented a much harsher perspective. Prosecutor J said, "This defendant locked Jorge Torres in a suitcase. She could do this because at the time of his death, he weighed just 103 pounds. She did it with malicious intent to punish him, then went upstairs, went to sleep, and left him to take his last breath alone on this earth." Closing arguments were held on October 25th, and less than 2 hours later, the jury returned a guilty verdict for second-degree murder. Boone was sentenced to life in prison by the Florida Department of Corrections on December 2nd, 2024. It's also important to understand the context of their relationship. Before Jorge's death, he had multiple arrests for alleged domestic violence against Boone, and she herself had 1 arrest for an alleged incident against him. Boone had previously been charged for alleged strangulation in July 2018, but that case was dropped. Torres had 4 arrests for alleged assault against Boone, and Boone had posted bail each time. This history shows a complicated, volatile relationship, full of tension and repeated cycles of conflict, a backdrop that adds layers to what happened that night, though it doesn't excuse the actions that led to his death. Watching this case unfold, it's impossible not to think about the human side of it. You see a person trying to rationalize, to minimize, to explain, but the evidence is relentless. The jury saw the contradictions, the video, the timeline, and in the end, they had to make a choice based on what the facts revealed. So here's the question I want to leave you with. Was this a tragic accident, a terrible lapse of judgment fueled by alcohol and a chaotic relationship, or was it an act of cruelty, deliberate and conscious? I want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below. And if you want more deep dives into interrogations like this, make sure to subscribe. There's plenty more coming, and each case tells us something different about human behavior, choices, and consequences.